Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel and the Wrestling Challenge review series. This is the 24th of February, 1991 edition. Obviously, continuing to move towards what is the um, Wrestlemania 7 proximity there. Jim Duggan and Pez Whatley opened the show. Of course, Duggan having challenged Sergeant Slaughter just a few weeks ago on the main event, the MVC special. So Duggan certainly high in the rank of babyfaces at the time. Pez Whatley and he go at it for minute 27. Duggan, hits a couple clotheslines, some body slams, and of course the running tackle clothesline. Duggan, of course, still never really recovered from his transgressions in the 1987 getting caught with drugs thing with the Iron Sheik, but it's there, and Duggan's still moving forward. The highlight on the special report showing that the Nasty Boys have effectively won the Battle Royal to win the number one contendership for the Tag Team Championship at the WrestleMania event. Also, showing some battles between Power and Glory and the Legion of Doom. The Power and Glory Legion of Doom match runs about somewhere between 30 seconds and 90 seconds at WrestleMania 7. Kind of a complete squash and a blow off, kind of for the team there, which I don't really know that that was the best of things. I think ultimately that the idea of Power and Glory could have gone further. Of course, Hercules and Roma probably not exactly something they're building around, and Hercules gone the following February after getting squashed by Sid completely. Tom Landell against the Mountie. Mountie, of course, coming in, and former Jacques Rougeau of the Fabulous Rougeau brothers. Of course, Raymond retires, although working with the Federation as a commentator and other promotional person, French commentator for a whole bunch of years. Mountie comes in and does a bunch of Canadian mounted control techniques, throws Landell to the outside and does a lot of punch kick stuff. Really basic. The Mountie is in control of the majority of the match. Jimmy Hart on the outside with the red Mountie jacket, and away we go. Mountie takes him back in, does the controlled bit, and ultimately gets him and shock sticks him the whole thing. Then we see the Big Boss Man doing a Toys R Us commercial over action figures, encouraging people to come and buy action figures from Toys R Us. Hulk Hogan promises that he's going to take care of the Earthquake in a stretcher match in the Boston Garden on March 2nd. Wasn't there for that particular match. Did, however, see Hogan and the Earthquake going at it for quite a bit there at the time. But that continues to be kind of a pretty big thing. We kind of move forward into, I guess you'd say, the latter part of things there. Hogan and Earthquake, of course, still main eventing months after the SummerSlam build-up and all of that, which is kind of interesting how they couldn't get through 3 months of house shows now with feuds, but it's there. Sergeant Slaughter comes out with General Adnan, a.k.a. Adnan LKC, who is his manager, and there is a poster of Hulk Hogan. They were originally going to light the flag of America on fire for this angle. Instead, they light a Hulk Hogan poster on fire with a lighter, and Slaughter says he's killing Hogan, killing the American dream off, and gets extra heat, obviously. Talk at the time that Slaughter actually was in some, if not a pretty good bit of physical danger from stunts like this, actually getting shot at and other things, and literally torching it, going up in flames, and obviously fans are not happy with that at the time here in 1991. I don't know that they would have been happy with it at any other time either, but still the fact remains, back then you actually got heat on your wrestlers, and things were much, much different than they are now. And I would even say much, much better than they are now. Actual heat and kind of the idea that people bought that what was happening could be somewhat real. What a concept. Anyway, then we kind of go to the continuation of that event, we move to Tito Santana pinning the Brooklyn Brawler with a flying forearm in 229. Tito Santana not quite yet the Matador. I believe that happened in 1992. So Santana still post-Strike Force, wandering around doing mostly enhancement stuff or one level, getting guys ready. Santana still, around a bit. And then we see Greg Valentine in an enhancement match, or in a match with Dino Bravo there. Odd that they would not really talk about it much, but this is a Battle of the Dream Team, and that was actually the match where Jimmy Hart turned on him. Also, some chokeouts by Bravo. Earthquake runs down, interferes, and lays out Valentine. Valentine as a babyface doesn't work out very well, but they tried anyway. Local area house shows. This is the Boston feed, so Boston Garden Rockers going into a return match with the Nasty Boys. Basically says they're not very nasty. Mr. Fuji and the Orient Express, Kato and Tanaka. 3-on-2 handicap match against the LOD. Those might have been fun to see. I think I've actually seen one from must have been Madison Square Garden around the time. And then we go into a WrestleMania 7 report. Of course, the two big matches on that card: Randy Savage and the Ultimate Warrior, career versus career, and Hulk Hogan and Sergeant Slaughter. Hogan basically cuts a promo. How he did this, we don't know. Maybe he's somewhat psychic, but anyway, cuts a promo about the his poster being burned and people telling him that it's the symbol of Hulkamania, the symbol of freedom, and all of that, and he's pretty upset, actually very upset about that. Ultimate Warrior promises to vanquish Randy Savage. They've been down the same pathway as Intercontinental Champion, World Champion, and only room for one of them. Going into the future of the World Wrestling Federation. Odd that here, less than 18 months later, they'd be scheduled a team at the Survivor Series. That doesn't go very well, but the Warrior leaves in the interim there. Rick Martel out next in an enhancement match with Dusty Wolf. Martel going into the process with Jake Roberts for WrestleMania 7, the Blindfold match. Martel punches, kicks, cartwheels, and a backbreaker. And eventually the Boston Crab. Martel, of course, doing the model gimmick and remained doing the model gimmick until he leaves in 93, early 94, something like that. Anyway, Jake Roberts and Martel are going to meet again in an upcoming match. Martel says it's not smart for Roberts to challenge him so close to WrestleMania because basically Martel promises to take him out. But again, house shows and feuds that actually count really mean something. Obviously, they like the money from the TV better, but it's sad to me that children and young people and new fans won't get to know what a really good feud is, but that's what wrestling has become here in 2021. We'll be back with more right after this.